Hi, this is Angela McFarlane and you're Stampin' with AMAC. This week's product of the week is Above the Clouds bundle, which is the stamp set and this beautiful little punch as well. I'm just going to show you how to make this card, which I cased from the annual catalogue, the new annual catalogue from page 8. I've sort of used as much stuff as I had, and I will just quickly show you how to make this card. So the cardstock that we're using is Flirty Flamingo, and it's a nice bright cardstock, but as you can see on the sample, it's got a little bit of a whitewash over the top of it. So I've just folded it in half, and I will grab a piece of scrap paper so I don't get ink everywhere. Now I've used Whisper White craft ink to do this, to get this effect. So it's similar to the technique for the black ice. You'll just drag the ink pad lightly over the surface of the card. So I will change directions of it as well, so I get a little bit more happening on both sides. Now this ink does take a little bit longer to dry as well, so I will use a heat gun to dry it. So I'll just get the effect that I want and the whitewash that I want. I will speed the drying up a little bit so you don't have to sit through that. So this is just drying off the ink now. Once the ink is touch dry, then we will stamp the background on it, and I'll be using Flirty Flamingo for this, and I will be using the little background balloons for this, but I'll just use the solid images. This is a two-step stamp, so you can layer things, and I'll show you in a minute how to do the two-step stamping with the big balloons. So we do want to stamp these off a little bit just to give them a little bit of a paler presence on the page, but you can also go full strength as well. And I will stagger them around. So you just want to stamp them randomly across your card. And stamping off the page as well helps give it a special little different look as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll just pop that away. Then I will be stamping my big balloons as well, just to save a little bit of time. I've pre-stamped this one in Granny Apple Green and this one in Bermuda Bay. Now I did stamp both of the solid images off before I stamped them on as well, and I find it easier to stamp the outline first, and then I'll ink up the solid balloon, and once again I'll just stamp that off on a scrap piece of paper. Then it's quite easy to line it up when you've got your background image there already. And I'll just add these really cute bunting as well. So we've got that there. And then we will cut those out using the punch. Now the easiest way to do that is to have your punch upside down, and I just line them up, use both hands just to punch them out, and I'll punch all of them out. and they will all be ready to go. And it's always easier to leave your stamped images in a row as well, so you've got the paper there to hang on to as a little handle. I probably should have punched the green one first, but that's worked just fine. So I'll just pop that out of the way. Okay, then we can get back to the main part of the card. And I've just used these stitched nestled label dies as the label in the background, and I've actually used the largest one out of these. So I've pre-cut that, and I've also pre-stamped it and just popped some double-sided tape on the back to save a little bit of time. So to stamp the clouds, I also use the Stampin' Off technique just to layer them a little bit as well, just to give it a little bit more character so they're not too prominent. Okay, then I'll just grab a little bit of snail and I will place my balloons where I want them on the card. And then for the other two balloons, I'll actually use some dimensionals on the back. I've just cut up the edges of the dimensionals because you can use all of the bits and pieces that are available. I will overlap these balloons a little bit as well. I'll pop some dimensionals on this one as well. You can see what a big difference the whitewashing makes using the craft ink as well. It just lightens and softens that Flirty Flamingo a little bit. So this one I want to cover up that edge, just lift it up a little bit. Might actually just pop it over a little bit further. There we go. And then also to save a little bit of time, I've pre-stamped the greeting. This has got some fantastic greetings. This one is, "You're off to great places." We also have, "Life is a beautiful ride. Let your dreams soar, and we rise by lifting others." And "Hi, friend." So it's got some really cute little sayings as well. So I've popped some double-sided tape onto the back of this because I'll be adding a little bit of Bermuda Bay ribbon to my greeting. So the easiest way to attach that is pop the double-sided tape on the back and then just sit it over the top of it. Now, since these two balloons are up on dimensionals and the greeting carries over onto the Granny Apple Green balloon, I will pop a dimensional on this part, but just have snail or double-sided tape. Actually, I'll use double-sided tape on the rest of this so it holds a little better. And I'll have a dimensional on this end, so it just lifts it up so it's all at the same height. Now you can just sort of place this over like so. And then I've just pre-stamped and punched the little basket as well. And I'll just pop a little bit of snail onto that and slide that under here so it looks like it's an extension of the balloon. I've actually gone a little bit higher up, oops, with my other card. That's okay, you can just sort of position that where you would like to. And for the flower in their card, they use little felt accents that are available, but I haven't got them yet. So I've just punched out a little heart shape in the Flirty Flamingo, and I'll just attach it using a glue dot. I'll just pop that on the balloon. And also I've just tied a little bow using linen thread, and I'll attach that with a glue dot, but because the glue dot's around, I'll just roll it up a little bit to make it a bit skinnier, and I'll just attach that onto the back so it won't be visible then. And I'll just attach that onto my little heart, and there's a cute little card ready for somebody. So I haven't used this whitewash technique before, and I really like it. I just thought I'd share it with you, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And please leave a comment for me or share it with your friends if you like it. But have fun with the new products in the new catalogue. Happy stamping, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.